It's time. Your triple bogey, long shot parlay, full send degenerates had a place to call home. Look no further. It's the DGEN podcast. And now, here's your host, Wayno Wagyu.
Episode 3 of the DGEN podcast has officially started. And guess what? Tonight, sponsored by Sunday Swagger. Go to @Sunday Swagger on Instagram. Follow them, like them, do whatever you're going to do because you're going to need it. You're going to need it so you can get in on this giveaway they are doing alongside Wayno Wagyu and the DGEN podcast. If you go follow their page and then copy this link, this YouTube link, and tag DGEN podcast in it to your story, you're going to be entered on a giveaway at the end of the month, March 26th, Friday, to win $150 worth of Sunday Swagger golf gear. And if it couldn't get any better than that, you can also just, use promo code DGEN15 at checkout, get 15% off as well. So pretty fired up. We have a phenomenal guest coming on tonight. We have Steele, founder, creator of Hype Media, Hype Golf. I'm telling you, this guy has great energy, great everything, great vibes. He also does a lot for the community in terms of helping out, kids in tough backgrounds, minorities in tough backgrounds, and lead them in the right path using golf as an outlet and some other things. So we're going to bring him in. I can't wait to introduce this guy. Steele, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the podcast.
What's up, my man? Good to be here.
So, like I said in the intro, you probably didn't hear it, but Hype Golf, Hype Media, I'm aware of it. I'm all about it. I love the energy. I love the vibe. But for some people that aren't 100% up to speed, you mind just giving us a quick little rundown in terms of what it's all about, who it's about?
Yeah. So hype as a concept is just like my little ecosystem as far as how I want to create inspiration in the world. And it's actually an acronym. So with me, help inspire people everywhere, right? And so like my whole orientation, since I've been in entrepreneurship has been around how do we inspire people? In a lot of ways, we do that through storytelling. And so, you take that orientation and some of the things that I do on the media side, as far as like creative storytelling for like brands and athletes and stuff. And then Hype Golf is just, me trying to pour that passion into a sport that I love, right? So trying to just tell better stories to really help drive impact and inspiration. And so, something that's near and dear to me is like growing up, as a Black man in golf. You just started to see some of the disparity and opportunities on the front end, but then you also saw like where there was, opportunity for growth if you just dove into it. If you force your way into it, golf will provide, it has provided a way for me to really navigate life in a way that no other sport could. And so when I'm looking at what I'm trying to accomplish with Hype Golf at a high level, the whole goal is just to like give opportunities for people to like get introduced to the game, and then give them ways so that they could stay involved in the game. But then a part of that is like creating demand, right? So like to create that demand, you got to go and look at the apex of the sport and see what kind of support you could provide there so that we can have equitable representation. You know what I'm saying? So like Hype Golf is really just about trying to develop like a simple but comprehensive approach to like grow the game in a way that creates more opportunities for everybody,
Yeah, I feel like especially now, you look at the internet, and I feel like more than ever, golf is starting to, I don't want to say blow up because it was already a big sport to begin with, but not as major as some of these other big brands of sports like the NFL, NBA, stuff like that. So I feel like, talk about a great opportunity to really grow the game, grow the diversity, grow a lot of different areas. One guy that comes to mind is William Mack III. I know I've seen him on your Instagram before, and most notably just got on the PGA Tour a couple of times this season, and really dominated the APGA. Last year, actually, won it all. Had a lot of top 10 finishes, couple victories, couple runner-ups. So, I read into his story a little bit here and there, and it sounds like you didn't have an easy time. And I don't know if you can touch upon that and give your take on him.
Yeah, but what the dope thing about that is like, you read like a few things about his story, and like Willie, since I met him, has always been that kind of a guy where that's not how he leads, right? he don't just go into like, oh, you know, growing up it was like this, and this. You know, I didn't have blah, 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 blah. You know, he don't really lead with that. He always starts with like, yo, let my clubs do the talking. You know what I mean? I let my game do the talking. I let my performance do the talking. And that's something that I've always respected and learned about Willie, is just like, you know, even though it's taking him a long time to get like the looks that he deserves, it's like he was just gonna keep winning until it happened anyway. And he didn't really care. You know what I mean? And so I think that's something that I really appreciate about him. But yeah, Willie didn't have like that. It's just it's levels to accessing golf that a lot of people don't realize, right? Like, okay, you go to a smaller high school, and then you go to like a HBCU or a smaller college program. You're just not really getting the looks and the recognition that you would get if you were on a bigger platform. You know what I'm saying? And like, because of that, it was just Willie was never, even though he was playing well and performing at a high level, he was just never on the platforms that gave him the exposure to like kind of set him on a different trajectory as far as professional golf goes. But you know, now seeing him kind of getting more looks on bigger stages, and then like when I was just out there at the Genesis, kind of seeing him, you know, between the ropes and seeing how he carried himself, how he navigated Riviera from a ball striking perspective, I'm like, yo, this dude got it, man. He got it. And so I'm excited, and not just for him, but if Willie Mack, you know, does anything substantial on the PGA Tour, like I know that his story in particular will resonate with a lot of kids that I'm trying to introduce to the game. But it's just like I said, we need equitable representation at the top of the sport so that we could get people wanting to pursue the game and commit to it that hard.
Absolute facts. And like, to be honest, I'm looking at this guy's kind of resume, if you want to call it a stat sheet, just what he did in APGA. And I'm like, how is this guy not already PGA? How is he not a pro? I know he signed the Farmers 2-year deal, but obviously, you know, we talked about him and how basically he's got where he is a little bit. How did you get into golf? Like, what was it that made you want to pursue golf or a career in the golf industry, or just as a hobby anyways? You know, like you don't hear about, you know, Chicago or Michigan in general being a huge golf place because of the cold weather, just like you don't hear a lot about Boston, you know. So for you, how was golf, you know, introduced into your life?
Yeah, so like when I was a kid, my dad is a Chicago police officer. So when I was born, my dad was he had the golf bug, so he was into it. So like as a part of our like bonding, I guess, you know, father-son bonding, you know, which I'm, you know, thankful for, obviously, but like he would make me go to the golf course, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm wanting to play basketball and do everything else with my friends in the neighborhood, but my dad was being very intentional, like, yo, like I can't leave you in certain environments for too long just because like this is still Chicago. I'm a police officer, like I know what happens in these streets, and I, you know, he really did his best to keep me in my bad.
No,
he
you're
did
good.
his best to keep me in like a neutral space, and golf was a part of that. You know what I mean? So my dad introduced me to golf when I was probably like 5-6 years old, and then he tried to force me into it, bro, but I just couldn't rock with it, man. Like, you know what I mean? When I was a little kid, I was like, bro, my friends making fun of me, you know what I mean? When I got to high school, you know, my dad wanted me to play on a golf team, and I did it, but then the kids that I was on the basketball team with was making fun of me. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, golf was never like a highlight.
Priority.
Yeah, man. It was just like, man, I'm doing this because I know my dad would probably, you know, beat my ass or something. If I, you know what I mean? Like, I'm low key still scared of him. You know what I mean? So it's just, I was just doing it for that relationship with my father. You know what I mean? And then what happened was I went to college. You know, obviously left my golf clubs at home, and then when I graduated, I got my first job. So I majored in civil engineering. I got my first job, and they were like, yo, we giving days off if you know how to play golf. We got a client outing. So if you want to go play golf, or if you know how to play golf, we'll give you the day off. I'm like, hell yeah, I know how to play golf. You know what I mean? So then I went back home, got my golf clubs, and then I played in this outing, man. And then like as an adult though, bro, like golf is just like a completely different experience. You know what I mean? Like, because you've been through life a little bit and you kind of like understand more about like, the concept of like hard work and discipline, and you get out what you put in type stuff. And then it was like golf was kind of unfair at the same time too, you know. And it was just like it paralleled life on so many ways. So when I came into it as an adult, it was just it was I got infatuated with it quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like for me, I had a group of boys growing up, and we all played baseball. We all played a bunch of different sports together. And then there was that one group of my boys that happened to golf, and we all like kind of gave them a hard time, kind of like your boys did to you. We're like, hey, you know, what are you doing? It's like screwing up. It's screwing up your baseball swing, if anything. So I mean, I can relate to that. But then, you know, they got the last laugh because I'm older now, and I'm always in the golf course. Like, it is a huge part of my life. With that being said, I'm not a good golfer though. I'm openly trash, bro. Like, dude, I am like, I'm so bad. Openly trash. Dude, I am so bad. I'll wave the white flag right now and just own it. But like, I do have parts of my game where I try to feel like I'm a little confident about. I'm good with my 4-iron, but what in your bag?
That's a crazy club to just be good with. Like, just like, yo, this 4-iron.
I don't know why. This 4-iron goes hard.
No, honest to God, I swear to God, man. Like the 4-iron, for some reason, I swing it right. I don't slice it as much. Keyword as much. So do you got a spot in the bag you feel most comfortable with, or a club or anything like that?
Nah, you know how my stuff goes. Like if I'm hitting one thing good, I'm probably hitting everything pretty good. You know what I mean? And if I'm hitting one thing shaky, like everything could be shaky, you know. But I think that, like, you know, I just got my game to a place now where it's like, you know, shit get bad, but they don't get like too bad. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I don't have no favorite clubs. If it's a club that I wish I had a closer bond to, bro, it would be my 56 though, my wedge. Because I use that. I mean, but you know, you just think about how many times you got a wedge in your hand. I probably should say that I want to be closer to my putter, because my putting is like really holding me back from some good things, bro. I could probably double my annual income if I knew how to putt, bro. I'm just like bets alone. You know what I'm talking about?
Honestly, I have no touch at all. Like if you put a 56 in my hand, I'm a scullet. We should change it. We should change this podcast from the DGEN podcast to just Skullet. You know, Skullet podcast.
Hey, bro said if you put a 56 in my hand, I'm gonna hit it like a 4-iron.
Exactly, dude. And I'm shooting the green. I'm absolutely. By the way, speaking of irons, what's this all about iron covers? I'm seeing all the stuff on your stories about iron covers.
We don't need to talk about no iron covers, dog. Like it's something that we don't need to discuss. I feel like, you know, and the thing that happened was, so somebody had tagged me in a story talking about how like somebody had a chipper, because at first it started with the chipper, which was like the first no, like, bro, you don't put no chipper in your bag. Like, just, you know, off ego alone, don't do that to yourself. Just learn how to use the clubs, you know what I mean? And then the person that had the chipper in their bag was next to a bag that had the iron covers on it. And I'm like, bro, how do a person with a chipper and then iron covers get in the same bag, in the same cart next to each other? But like, really, bro, them iron covers is just like, it says all of the wrong things about you. You know what I mean? And I think that everybody, if they want to do themselves a favor and, you know, really get the most out of the game, you really shouldn't put iron covers on your clubs, because like there is no building community. There is no networking in golf after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really, like, you done.
There's no coming back from that at all.
Bro, that's suicide. Maybe
once you're the iron covering guy, you're the iron covering guy. Like,
bro,
that's it.
You might get away with it if you were like, all right, how long you been playing golf? Like 6 months. Like, all right, cool, bro. Take the iron covers off. You cool. I'm gonna let you slide. But after like you had iron covers for like a year, bro, like, I gotta pass judgment now. Yeah. And then it's like, now that become. That's how I'm gonna introduce you to people now. Like, oh no, bro, that's Wayne with the iron covers. Like, nah.
Or honestly, I'll give like the old head that like still pushes the golf cart all around every Sunday.
The old dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we'll give them that because they're not with it.
Yeah, after you said a certain age, you said after they turn a certain age.
Yeah, like those older guys, they have like, yeah, they got like certain quirks about them, and I feel like that would be a quirk.
Yeah, so once you old enough, bro, you do what the hell you want. Like the iron cover thing might drop after we turn like 60 or something, because you might get some PTSD from something that happened. I don't know. You know, it might just be some weird thing that happened in your life that make you want iron covers in your older years. But like, you know, Otherwise, don't do that shit. Don't put no iron covers on your club.
All right, so you are aware that I'm openly trash, but I like to look. I like to look good while I'm, slicing the ball. Just in case people want to take me serious, I gotta look the part. So, with that being said, seems like you're a pretty well-dressed guy in the golf course. Do you ever go to like brand or anything like, or a type of ball or just whatever? Like, are you as particular about how you look? Let's say going out for the first tee box as I am.
Yeah, I think that like I'm always dressing for like comfort though. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm real big into how stuff fits. More so than like what designs and stuff like that. But like I do rock with brands though. I support brands that I feel like have progressive initiatives and voices within the game. And so like I got my company like that I rock with heavy is Trap Golf, and I think that they doing some real cool stuff like in the game as far as from my art and collaborating like golf and urban culture and stuff like that, because I think that that's long overdue. I recently signed with Adidas too, so like
I saw that. Congratulations.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that. And it's like I think that they doing some real cool stuff as far as from like a storytelling perspective, and they bringing some real dope fabrics to the game too. And I'm a big fan of like fabric composition. Like I need something to feel good on me. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I think that it's not really like. It's just about like the I connect with a brand because they got a dope story, but then after that it goes straight to like fit. Like I'm like, man, this stuff, I gotta look good in this stuff. You know what I mean?
So it's Dad Bod USA over here on my side. Like I'm all about the comfort. I'm all about the comfort, man. Hey, the first step.
So you got kids? Got kids? How you got the dad bod with no dad, bro? What's up? How you do that?
I got a girlfriend and a dog. That's my excuse. So.
Oh yeah, that's close enough. That's close enough.
Believe it or not, though, I used to be in the service. I was in good shape before. It's just, I'm getting older, man. I'm getting older.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm getting older. That's what happens. It happens.
Bro, I know, man. My fitness slipping, dog. I might go to the gym after this just because you made me feel guilty right there.
That makes one of us. All right. Hey, one last thing I want to touch on, by the way. Aaron Hicks. How do you know him? I saw he's a baseball. So first of all, I'm a huge baseball fan, huge baseball player. It's like in my blood. My number one thing growing up was play baseball.
Right.
I hate the Yankees because I'm a Red Sox fan.
Yeah, I know.
But with that being said, there are like a handful of Yankees players you always got to respect. Aaron Hicks is one of them, 100%. Guys, got a lot of class. He's a great player. So I see him on your Instagram, and I'm like, no, how the hell does he know Aaron Hicks?
Yeah, man. Golf, dog. That's the power of golf, man. You know what I'm saying? So Aaron, funny story. So like I meet Aaron in I think it might have been 2014 or 2015 or something like that. But we had a golf tournament. We had a golf outing, right? And it's a baseball golf outing. And so I'm at the outing, he at the outing, and we like the only two black dudes there. It might have been a couple other ones, but so like normally when I go to an outing as I'm usually the only really good black golfer that's there. You know what I'm saying? And so like I'm like, all right, I'm walking down the range and I see at the end of the range this dude just wailing on the ball, like wah, wah, wah. I'm like, yo, what the hell? You know what I mean? So then I walk down there, I'm like, man, who are you? You know what I mean? Because I'm not really into baseball at this point. I'm a basketball dude. He's like, my name Aaron. I'm like, Aaron, what you do? He like, you play golf? He like, no, I play ball. I'm like, what kind of ball? He like, baseball. I'm like, oh, okay. So then we go out and so it was a long drive home, and I think that Aaron was playing in front of me, and I got the long drive by like, I think I got the long drive by like a yard or something like that. Or you know what? I might not even, no, you know what? I was behind the long drive. That's what happened. I was behind the long drive and I had ripped one, right? And so I get down there and then I see my ball and then I see the long drive thing in front of me and I go walk across the fairway and look at it and then it's Hicks' name on it. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I gotta respect it. So then after that, we just started talking back and forth. And then what happened was I wound up moving to LA and he from Long Beach. And so then we started playing a bunch of golf together there. And then, you know, he moved to Arizona. And then, you know, I kind of started making some time down there. And, you know, it's like a real organic relationship that you know, just kind of grew over the years. But the foundation of it was just two dudes that really love golf, though. And that's the power. Like, imagine a regular dude from Chicago meeting this, like, you know what I mean? Like this prolific, you know what I mean? Like athlete from
and having
across
no clue.
the country. Yeah, just like, and only because of this game, though, is a connection like that even possible. You know what I'm talking about? So this game is crazy, bro. This game is crazy.
Honestly, man, with that being said, I know the last place you want to come is to Boston, but if you're ever in the area, give me a shout. You can watch me slice as many balls as you want. It's free. And, you know, we'll leave it at that.
You know, I'm gonna start closing my eyes. I heard them slices addictive, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's addictive. It's
almost as contagious as Corona. Yeah, it's almost like
bro.
Corona,
You ain't trying to get that slice Rona up off you, dog.
Hey, next time you slice the ball, I can promise you're gonna think of me. So you're welcome. All right, man. Well, hey, I really appreciate you coming on. Before I let you go, though, do you want everybody to know how they can find you on Instagram and social media?
Yeah, just Roger Steele, man. I just hang out on Instagram, man. I try not to be on my phone too much, but yeah, so I'm just on Instagram most of the time. But yeah, just Roger_Steele, and I appreciate all y'all, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks again for coming on. It was great talking to you, and you know, you're welcome back anytime. We'll talk soon.
Hey, Wayne, you the man, dog.
All right, thanks, Rob. All right, so Roger Steele, he's a good-ass, solid dude, and that was a blast. I'm really glad we had him on. We are going to take a quick commercial break, though. When we come back, we're going to be talking fantasy football files. You guys are probably like, what? For any of those of you who are too young to know, but on YouTube, if you type in fantasy football files, you'll be able to find some like these unreal videos, the edited, of course, of, you know, players from like 10 years ago, basically doing like unreal stuff, catching the ball and throwing the ball, kicking the ball, and whatever. Anyways, I'm going to pick out my favorite fantasy football files, just a small few of them. I'm going to dabble in something that I think is like a huge pet peeve of mine. Something that's happening right now in the world. It's kind of good, but also kind of sucks. So we'll be back. Quick commercial break. Wayno Wagyu, DGEN Podcast.
Not many things beat stepping up to the tee box with a new, fresh golf glove on, except when that golf glove is from Palm Golf. Go to palmgolfco.com and check out all their new released rustic Palms collection and get 15% off when you use promo code DGEN. Hashtag swing and smile.
We are back. Thank you again from all of our sponsors. Guys, Fantasy Football Files. I'm going to drop some of the like videos into this podcast, by the way, so you can see them. You don't have to like go YouTube them now and like see them like in between watching this video. So we're going to start with Chris Cooley. He was the tight end for the Redskins. That's right. The Washington Redskins, not a football team, way back when. And basically what happens is, you know, he's in like a unfinished house. Guy throws the football. He punches through the wall and like, can you see that? Through the wall, catches the football and brings it back. And at the end of like all these, they always say like, pick me. And like how fucking badass is that? It like gets you fired up and you want to be like, I'll pick you, Chris Cooley. Like it's year 2020, but I'm still going to pick you. Or 2021, I'm still going to pick you. So Chris Cooley, that one was pretty badass. Drop that right now.
In this line of work, you need strength as well as instincts. Put it right here. Gotcha. Check this out. Ready? Go! That's why you picked me.
Second, we have Braylon Edwards. And I know you're probably like, who the hell is Braylon Edwards? He was a pretty solid receiver for the Cleveland Browns. And basically what happens is he blindfolds himself and like starts talking like all this like fucking earthy, bouncy, like Zen shit. And no big deal. He starts catching balls blindfolded. And then he like turns around, ducks backwards, and like catches one over the head like that. And that one was like, not my favorite. My next one's my favorite, but here's the video of that one.
You can't see, can you? Being a receiver is not about physicality, speed. It's about Zen and the art of receiving, seeing without seeing. Feeling, emotion, reaching out. Seeing without seeing. Look out. Pick me. I am your choice.
And third, but not least, and my favorite one is the Chris Chambers one. Shout out Chris Chambers. Guy was fucking an animal, absolute animal. For anybody who doesn't know who he is, he played for the Miami Dolphins, finished for the Chargers. But basically, what happens is all these guys in the background, he's like packing up his gear into his car, and all these guys in the background, like, hey, do it again, do it again. He's like, bro, they've been like asking me to do this all day. It's no big deal. It's just some of the fucking thing, like fucking picking your fingernails. It's no big deal. Catches one ball, bum. Catches the other one, bum. Third one comes in, doesn't look, sandwiches the ball between the two and catches it that way. I'm like, dude, really? I understand it's like edited, but really? How fucking badass is that? And then again, says, pick me. So here's that one.
Hey, Craig! One more time!
They've been asking me to do this all day. Check me out. One more time. Come on. That's 3 reasons to pick me. Your move.
And that was that. So I know it's a quick segment, but I thought those things were cool. Fantasy football files. If you didn't know about them, now you know. You can go check out the rest of them. And tell me what you think. Drop in the DM. See if you think any of the ones are better. But we got some cool kicker ones. I know I wanted to shit on one person, actually. Chris Sims. We'll drop that one real quick right now.
I was made to do this. Check this out. Bam. Automatic. I can hit moving targets too. 3 for 3.
Show him the crossbar, kid.
Pick me, man. Pick me.
And like for some reason, like Chris Sims just out there like acting like he's actually a good quarterback when in all actuality, back in the day, fucking sucked. Guy sucked, double sucked, triple sucked, quadruple sucked. His father, Bill Sims, overrated too. But we're gonna hop into this last little topic, and it's more or less a story. Something that I find is a pet peeve. And it has to do with brown bags at the store. I get it. Like we're trying to be more earthy, crunchy, recycly, like all this good stuff for the sake of the earth. And I get it. Save the turtle, save the whatever. I'm all about that. I like that too. I want to be about that. I am about that. But when it affects bringing the groceries, bro, I'm about to lose my mind. I am about to lose my mind. Because typically, like, you get the plastic bags and you turn it into a Christmas tree, just throw 20 bags on me, I'll walk right in. One trip, hey, honey, you get the door. Finito, done. Over. Grocery shopping, done. And now you get these brown bags with no handles, by the way. Just brown bags, which tear and rip. And then you just got to carry them in one at a time. Unless you get real balls, you can double up, 2 loaves of bread. But I live on the second floor, mind you. So carrying up second floor, brown bags, up and down, up and down. It feels like I just like did lunges for 2 hours by the end of it. And clearly I'm not like in peak shape right now. So like, think of that for a minute. All right. I get it. Captain Planet, he's our hero, bringing pollution down to 0. But come on, man. Come on. Bring plastic bags back at least. I understand. I do have like the bring your own bags to the grocery store, but I forget them every time. I know that's my own fault, but also I'm the customer, so make me happy. Bring back plastic bags. Make plastic bags great again, because brown bags just aren't cutting it. Hey, everybody, Wayno Wagyu, third episode in the books, DGEN podcast. Fired up. Great night tonight. We had a phenomenal guest in Roger Steele. And again, go follow, Sunday Swagger and just put yourself in a position to win. Get into a position to win the free gear. Click this YouTube link, copy it into your story, tag DGEN podcast, and $150 worth of Sunday Swagger gear could be yours. Again, thanks everybody. DGEN podcast, we out.